Yo, what's good? I'm back for another video. Not gonna lie, making yesterday's video, I did not think I was gonna make another one the next day. I don't have a set plan on when I want to record and post. It kind of just record when it comes to me a little bit. Um, Shout out to that last video, hit 150 views. That is fucking fire for real. It's really cool. Um, Again, if you watched yesterday's video, I don't really do this for myself more than anything. So I don't really care too much. It's just cool because it's cool whenever you post videos that you kind of feel like you need to post, and then the second you post a video that just comes to you, it does better than every other video you posted, which is cool to me. Not saying I didn't enjoy my gaming videos and I'm still gonna post those. It's just kind of cool if you kind of get it. Um, but yeah, again, no expectations. It's just really cool and it motivated me. Again, I don't really believe in motivation, but it did motivate me to record another one. And that being said, I'm not recording this just because that video did better than my other videos, but I genuinely I actually was about to get in the shower and I didn't want to lose my thought. So I literally came in, put a jacket on real quick, and I wanted to record this real quick. And it's kind of a conclusion to last video. Yesterday, I understood what I was trying to say. I just didn't know how to say it. And I was speaking about discipline and not giving power to things. And the example I was using was my TikToks, but I wasn't able to connect it. And I feel like I conveyed what I was trying to say decently well in a basic sense, but I wasn't able to connect it. And I don't know, just maybe I feel like I maybe had a thought on how to connect it. And that's what this video is gonna be. I don't know how long it's gonna be because I kind of feel like this is a kind of a contained thought. I don't know how much I'm gonna yap. That's good, that's bad. I don't know. Um, but it was speaking about why I still post my TikToks consistently and why it doesn't feel like it's a habit. It doesn't feel like I'm having to force myself. And I think it's because I've reached a level of true discipline when it comes to my TikToks. And I say that because yesterday, I feel like the definition of discipline that I was working off of is not kind of accurate to what discipline really is. A lot of people say, um, discipline is just you don't need motivation to have discipline and to do something, which I agree with. But I think people mistake discipline for a habit. You could do. This is the thing people say. You can do one thing for 30 days. And it's not a habit until after that 30 days it becomes a habit and you do it. But I don't think discipline and a habit is the same thing. I think discipline. Uh, this is an understanding I knew, but discipline is remembering who you are and what you do and what you want. And I realized that the TikToks is just something I do, which is true discipline. It's not even a thing where I have to be motivated for or anything, or it's like it's not a habit. That's the thing. It's not a habit. It's not something I feel like I need to do. It's just something I do. It's kind of in the sense of I'm a person that just makes a TikTok every day. If that makes sense. Um, and I think that it ties into the giving it power because I feel like if you have a habit to do something, you're giving it power. You feel like you need to do this. Again, this all ties into yesterday's video where I was confused as to why I feel like I don't need to do my TikToks. I don't even necessarily. It's not even that I don't want to. It's not. That's want isn't even a feeling that's related to me posting my TikToks. But it didn't feel like I needed. It didn't feel like. But I was never dissuaded from doing it. It's just something I did, and I finally understand why it's just something I do. It's because I've reached true discipline when it comes to my TikToks, and true discipline comes with understanding not to give power to something that doesn't need power. Um, if the TikTok if I put something over the TikToks like I need to do this, and if I don't do this I'm a failure, or if I don't do this I'm failing or I'm doing something wrong, I think it would be a lot harder for me to want to stay consistent with it. You know. Now that being said, if I get home from a late night like tonight, I mean it's already I just got home. It's 12:45. 12:45. I just got home. Now, do I want to do a TikTok right now? No, but again, it's just something I'm gonna do. I know for a fact that video is gonna come out. Whether I edit it in the morning, whether I just know it's gonna come out, and it's not a thing of I don't even it's not a thing of motivation either. I'm no longer motivated. The first week I was motivated. After that, and sorry, this is I'm trying to connect all my thoughts, but all that comes into putting power into things, correct? And um, to sum it all up into one simple word is mindset. Um, which your mindset is putting power into things that don't need to be power, or putting power in things that need to be power. But my mindset on me posting my TikToks every day is under the mindset that it's just something I do. It's not something I need to do. It's not something I feel obligated to do. It's not something I've committed to someone else. It's not something like that. It's just something I do, you know? It's not a habit. I don't think it's a habit because I think habit is out of need. I feel like you do a habit because you feel like you need to do it. Someone who, I don't know, every time they get nervous, they scratch their ear. That's a habit, you know? That's something they feel like when they get nervous, that's what they need to do. I don't think me making my TikTok is a habit. All that being said, of course, as I've stated yesterday, nothing I'm speaking about is significant. But I say this because it applies to everything in life. If you take that approach to everything in life, it's just as easy, you know? It applies to everything in life, genuinely, and I can speak for myself that having a similar mindset on everything else in life that I've had, on the same mindset I have for my TikToks, and applying that to everything else I have in my life, I'd see drastic improvement. I genuinely do. It took me a while because it's hard to, uh, speaking from experience, when you're in such a bad state of mind for so long in your life, it's hard to wake up in a sense. It's hard to focus in and understand what you've done, what you're doing, and how your mind affects your reality. So it takes a while, and chaos comes with it. It tries to dissuade you. It's gonna test you, you know, and but if you see through it, you'll see the results, and I see the results. Is it a slow process? I wouldn't even necessarily say it's a slow process, but you get what you want if you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to get too deep into it because I feel like that's another video, but truly mindset and how you perceive things is important. You know, the putting I feel like putting power is kind of a bad way of phrasing it. I feel like the way you perceive actions, the way you perceive the things you say, the way you perceive outside things is putting power into things. I don't want to restate a lot of things I said in the last video, but like if you miss a day, in your perception, if you miss a day, you take a step back. Um, but if you remove that perception of if you miss a day, you're gonna take a step back, then it doesn't happen. And it applies to everything in life. Genuinely, like I said with these TikToks, the TikToks, I'm not gonna say they're booming. I'm not gonna say anything like that, but you know, they do decent. They do decent for. I feel like I'm happy with it. It's nothing. I'm happy with it. I don't even. I don't know. You know, I haven't fully grasped my motivation behind a TikTok. I hate to use the word motivation because I don't believe in motivation, but I don't know the word to use to replace it. But I don't know. I don't know the motivation behind the TikToks. I'll be honest. Because I'll speak honestly about it. It's not that I'm not seeing major growth on TikTok. Then again, I'm not looking for major growth on TikTok, and I'm not necessarily trying. I think if I tried, I would see major growth on TikTok, but it's not necessarily something I'm pushing for, strive for. It's not even something I really think about. I kind of just post, you know. I kind of just post, and I think maybe that also has something to do with um with why it's so easy to do. I'm detached from the results, which again is giving power to results. You're giving power to something that hasn't even happened yet. If you feel like, oh, eh, this is a good way of segueing it, is maybe you do have the motivation, maybe you do have the discipline to post every day, but because of your TikTok not getting enough views, it dissuades you, and what's the word I'm looking for? It the unmotivates you. I know there's a better word for that, but it unmotivates you from posting a day. But if you detach from the results, it shouldn't bother you. I think that's what it is. Honestly, I think I've reached a new level of discipline with understanding that posting a TikTok is just what I do, and I don't get dissuaded from posting TikToks because I don't care how it does necessarily. You know, of course, I would love to see it grow, but If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. It's kind of where I'm at. And I feel like a lot of people, they get attached to that. They get attached to that number going up every week. So if it goes down, they're down. You know, it's the same thing as when you miss a day. If someone who feels like they miss a day, they step back. If the video doesn't do well, they're doing something wrong. They're going back down, which I think is that's not how. That's giving power. That's giving power to results. It's giving power to things that doesn't need power. But yeah, all that being said, I think that's probably it for this video because, you know, a big thing with my content is enjoyment and knowing when to stop and knowing when to not continue, in a sense of not forcing it. Like I could ramble for another 10 minutes if I really wanted to, but I feel like I said everything I wanted to say and I said everything I need to say. And I feel like watching these videos that I could come off as I take myself too serious, but I really don't. It's just, you know, my whole life I've grown up honestly thinking like this. I never understood why. I never understood for what. I feel like everybody kind of does, subconsciously, consciously. But I feel like this is a good way for me to outlet it. You know, and I enjoy it. It's fun. And that being said, I really don't want to force this, in the sense that if I don't feel like posting, I'm not going to post. If I don't have something to talk about, I'm not going to talk about it. If I say everything I need to say in a video, I'm not going to try to get to a certain time, though I might be doing that right now. Just kidding. But I'm not. But yeah, you know, to an extent, of course. But I think that's everything I want to say. I think the detaching from results is going to be a video I'm going to make. It's going to be a topic I'm going to make a video about. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know. If that's where my mind goes, that's where my mind's going to go. If I feel like making a video on that, I'm going to make a video on that. But yeah, hope y'all enjoyed. Maybe you'll see me. Maybe you won't. Probably will. I enjoy this. If you fuck with me, hop on the TikToks. It's day in the lives. Kind of. They're kind of lazy. I'll be honest. I don't want to say lazy. It's just, I don't know. If you enjoyed it, you enjoy it. If you want to see more of me, go to the TikToks. They're not that deep. You know, I drop maybe little tidbits here and there. But, yeah, check me out. Fuck you. Just kidding. Love you. Peace.